All right, y'all. It's round two. It's Smitty. It's Mo. We talking sports, and we're gonna hit a little rundown. We're gonna hit what's happening in the world of sports, other than what's going on in NCAA. Check out our first half. If you ain't heard it already, it's gonna come on again. But right now, we're just gonna hit everything that's going on generally. And I gotta talk about it, man, because he was a idol of mine when I was young. I think he's still the greatest basketball player that's played, even though I'm a Kobe fan. But Michael Jordan, round of applause. He is now officially an owner of the Charlotte Bobcats. Tell me your thoughts.
Michael. I'm so happy for him. It's a great thing to see an actual athlete able to save his money, not spend it unwisely, not blow it, not smoke it, not snort it, but use it and to be able to purchase a team. I applaud him, and my hat goes out to Jordan.
Well, what do you think about it? Do you think he'll be a good owner? I mean, in his speech, his first press conference as an official owner, he talked about ready to dive in with his sleeves rolled up. What do you think about it? Because he's been criticized in the past for not being around, for not being a real big presence on the team, and even some of his decisions. Do you think Michael Jordan will be able to make Charlotte a winner?
Well, it's easy. It's easy to play with the house money, isn't it, than to play with your own money.
Exactly.
I think he would pay more attention knowing that this is his money than rather if it was someone else's money. I think he was playing with the house money, and he knew the house had money, whereas this is his money, so he's the house. So I think Jordan now will hit it more head on, like he did the basketball, like he did everything, knowing that it's his life, it's his legacy, it's his ownership. So everything goes on him now, and I think that way is a little bit different than where you step in as a GM or someone in the front office, and the team ain't yours, so at any given time you can be fired. And it's just different things. Now you're doing the hiring and the firing.
It's your team.
It's your team.
And that's the thing, I agree with you. I think you hit a key point. I think it goes into, it's part of his identity, it's part of his legacy now. It's even different than being a GM. Being an owner, it does, it becomes a part of your personality. And because, Michael Jordan is so associated with basketball, it's definitely going to be inevitably hooked to his legacy. So, yeah, I agree. I think it's something he's going to work hard at. But when you look at the NBA, not many teams win it all. I mean, you look at the last 10, 20 years, you got, the Spurs, the Lakers, the Celtics, the Bulls, Pistons. That's really it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's a lot of basketball. That's a lot of years. So those, it's 32 teams in the league. And for the championship to really be divided by really between 6, 7 teams over the last 30 years, it's really hard to win in the NBA. So, yeah, he can be a playoff team, but, teams that don't win championships, they ebb and fall. And I think the Hawks here in Atlanta are a good thing. They haven't won a championship. They really haven't contended, legitimately. They haven't been to a finals yet. They've had teams that have been really good deep in the playoffs, and then, they've been really bad. So now we're at another phase where they're going to be really good again, but a couple of moves here and there, Joe Johnson, taking a hike, they're not picking up a big man. We can see another down phase for the Hawks without ever really accomplishing anything. So. And I wish the Bobcats a lot of luck, and I want to see Jordan do well, but I just think it's going to be really hard to win a championship because they don't really have that player, 1 or 2 players that it takes. They don't have the first player that it takes, and you got to have one super-duper star.
I agree. I totally agree.
Back onto the world of sports, man. We got caught up on Jordan because he's my man, but let's talk about Ben Roethlisbeger because he's been a big thing. Skipping over to the NFL, they saying that the case is pretty complete, but we know that Roethlisberger only had a quick interview with the police, but he hasn't come back to have another long substantive interview with the police. How do you think? First of all, do you think he should have some repercussions from the NFL? This being his second offense, although no charges have been filed. And what do you think? Do you think it means something, the fact that he won't talk to the police?
Well, the police haven't, to my idea, to my knowledge, the police haven't really asked us to.
The definitely chief or the guy definitely said that we would like Ben to come talk to us, but I don't think they have officially or made a legal requirement that he comes down and talks. They just want him to come in and talk to him. They haven't charged him with anything, so they can't make him go talk.
Yeah, I think Ben needs to time to grow up. You're NFL player. You can't go to the college parties. You can't. I'm sorry. It's a double standard, but that's what it is. You cannot be out there at the wild parties when you got people just lashing out, saying that you fondling them and touching them, and they trying to get money. People got to understand.
My nature is to say that to it. They're trying to get something from them. But at the same time, the story from what's coming out, it sounds very suspicious. Anyway, you gotta, you said that there was some sexual contact, and we all have an idea what that means. But then after that, the girl fell down and hit her head on the sink. Just that sounds, and I can't blame him. I can't accuse him. But it sounds suspicious, and we know this is a situation that he's been involved in. Ben might have a little problem.
Well, I think the problem is he don't want to pay. He's a cheapskate. And it goes back to what I've been saying. As an athlete, you have all these women who they want to do sexual favors for you, and they expect money. And when you don't give them money, they tend to say that you're raping them or that you did something to them. It happened with Kobe, and Kobe went on record as saying, well, this is one of the guys who paid. So it's been known that people are looking out to get money from athletes. I don't know what's going on, but it just seems like both cases. The lady, the one in Reno, they threw it out, but she's filing a civil suit. And what is civil? Money. So it goes back to what I'm saying. I just think that they're he's a cheapskate. I don't know him personally. I think that's what is going on. He's a cheapskate, and they're trying to get money from him. And they feel used after he got what he wants. He's going to keep it moving. They like, no, we got to get something. So that's what I think has been going on. Because the thing in Reno, what happened? The charges was dropped. She went to a civil suit. You go over here, same thing. So, charges look like they might be getting dropped. And next thing you know, it's a civil suit. So the bottom line would be money. So either you gonna pay them, or or you keep your pants, you keep your hands to yourself and your pants in your thing in your pocket, in your pants.
You had a little trouble getting down, doctor.
Yeah.
Throw that one down and try to bring it again. But I know what you're saying. I agree with you 100%. You got to be smart about it. You are in a position where, to a certain extent, you become a target. So, I don't know, because when lightning strikes more than once, it doesn't seem like it's a coincidence. But I hope, Ben comes out of this situation. If he's guilty, I hope he gets what he deserves. If he's innocent, I hope that, this goes away and it doesn't detract him from the football season. Because at the end of the day, we don't care really about Ben Roethlisbeger and whether he really goes to jail or anything. I think we just want to see him come out and play some good football. So, as harsh as it sounds, we're a fan, and part of the fan is being a spectator, a consumer of the game. So, That's the biggest thing. We want to see him come back out and see him come out to play football. All right, well, I guess it does it for today's episode of the Smitty Moe Show. Thank you for checking us out. And I also want to let you guys know you can hit us up, the Smitty Moe Show, or any of the shows at 404live.com at 404-549-5267. Leave a message. If you got something sports related, we'll play it on the show. You can hear yourself as part of the Smitty Moe Show. Ask a question. We'll answer it to the best of our ability. And thank you. Mo, tell them what time we come on, man.
10, 2, and 10.
You ready to do it?
Peace.
You're listening to International Radio, 404live.com от 404 до 095.